So we now come to our car day. We mentioned going to Pantalica, Palazzolo, and especially it would be nice to possibly hire a car and come down this way and see Noto, Modica and Ragusa. Carlantini, Sunday morning, raining a bit. Just found out where to Sortino, I think, and I think that's my car. Right, I'm now at this road junction which says welcome and got the word Pantalica on it. There's this gate here. Not sure whether this is the entrance or what it is really. I then found out they hadn't got a reverse gear. I dared to stop in the next little place to have a coffee. I actually got to Palazzolo, but driving around unknown towns without a reverse gear is just impossible. So in short, we cut all that and returned the car to Catania airport, which at least gave us plenty of time to get down to Piazza del Duomo to see the festival. Now the festival seems to have become traditional now, to be held on the last night but one of my stay in Italy. I must say it's very nice, but I decided to play a low-key role and just play the cameraman. I should think half of Catania at least attended this. And it's back to that old subject of social fabric. Largely centred around the church, of course. Not sure that I would want to return to the days when the church knew everything you did, and everything you did wrong especially. But I suppose that's not much different to Mr. Blunkett and his friend Tony knowing. On the other side, I had a timely reminder from the mechanic at my garage, who is from Sicily, from Agrigento, who said that, well, living in a place is different to just visiting it, which of course is true. But one can see the good side of all this. Now outside we're waiting for the procession. You can see the bishop. Lots of people wearing these white habits. They're obviously performing some function in this ceremony. So is all this something to be envied? I don't know. So it's our last morning in Catania. We have to catch a bus to the airport around midday. So we're just having a wander around, looking at one or two of the things we've not seen so far. Piazza Bellini and Teatro Bellini, the local boy who wrote an opera. He was born in Catania. And all the streets around are undergoing comprehensive restoration. Now, we walked past the bottom of Mount Via Etna just to prove that you can see Mount Etna from there. And then onto Via Garibaldi. Now this is Piazza Mazzini, and the 32 columns used for this facade right round the square were originally part of a Roman basilica. We turn south off that street, and in this building is actually a courtyard of a convent, and the whole thing is now government buildings. Further down that side street brings us to the castle. Castello Ursino, another castle built by Frederick II. Now when built, this castle was on a rocky cliff overlooking the sea. Just to give an idea of how strong the 1669 earthquake was, it's now well inland. It's now the Museo Civico and undergoing comprehensive restoration, and it's comprehensively closed. Then back onto Via Garibaldi, where we'll have a look at San Francesco, which we saw briefly earlier. We'll now have a look inside. There's one of those floats, or whatever they call them, that they take round in processions on feast days. Just opposite this church is the house in which Bellini was born. It is now the Museum of Bellini and was closed undergoing restoration. Some modern looking paintings in here. And a look at a few more of these floats. The picture of Saint Agatha, the patron saint of Catania, overlooking some maintenance work. Some scene shifting. Now just outside on the balcony, in our meander around, we'll just have a quiet 5 minutes watching the traffic. We catch the bus fairly near here at a bus station, and on the way to the bus we'll pass one last fountain before we say goodbye. But just enough time, I think, for one last coffee.